In this bulletin, over 300 COVID-19 infections and 4 deaths recorded. Test positivity rate in Fiji is too high. And more than 30,000 food rations distributed. Good afternoon, Fiji. 312 new cases of COVID-19 were recorded in the 24-hour reporting period ending at 8 yesterday morning. Of these cases, 17 are from the Western Division. 4 cases are from the existing containment zones of Tramline and Kima settlement in Nadi. One is a prison officer from Suva in the Tavua prison compound. Permanent Secretary for Health Dr. James Fong says the officer was undergoing quarantine as part of a movement from the red zone to the green zone, similar to the prison officers reported positive in Raki yesterday. The second case in Tavua lives at the PWD quarters and his source of transmission is under investigation. There are also 4 new cases from Lovu Lotoka with unknown sources of transmission. 7 contacts of these Lovu cases in Lotoka have also tested positive. The remaining 295 cases are from the Lami Nosori containment zone. 10 cases in the Lami Nosori zone are from new areas of interest, which include Costulas Supermarket, Golden Manufacturers and the Kidney Foundation of Fiji. 4 more people have died from COVID-19 in Fiji, bringing the total number of deaths during the second wave to 19. Investigation into the death of an 82-year-old woman from Gawia, Lami, confirms she died from COVID-19. She had pre-existing medical conditions, was bedridden and died at home. The second death is of a 68-year-old man from Turek. The man died on Monday at the CWM Hospital's intensive care unit. The third death is a 39-year-old woman from Nolly Street in Suva. She also died at the CWM hospital. The fourth is a 70-year-old man from Vaisari, Lami, who presented in respiratory distress and died at the Raiwanga Health Center on Monday night. According to protocol, he was swabbed and tested positive. A 54-year-old male who tested positive for COVID-19 at CWM Hospital has also died. The national 7-day average daily test positivity is an area of concern for the Health Ministry as it continues on an upward trend and currently stands at 8.3%. This is too high when compared to the World Health Organization's threshold of 5%. Dr. James Fong says 154,009 samples have been tested since this outbreak started in April 2021. 3,073 tests have been reported for 27th of June. Dr. Fong says updated testing numbers from the Nadi Hospital Laboratory have been received for 26th to 27th of this month. Therefore, the total testing numbers for those days have been updated. The national 7-day daily test average is 3,026 tests per day or 3.4 tests per 1,000 population. And to our latest COVID-19 update. There were 312 new cases in the 24-hour period ending at 8 a.m. yesterday morning. The Central Division once again has the majority of the new infections, recording 295 cases. 17 cases are from the Western Division. Fiji has recorded 4,074 cases since April of this year. There are now 3,306 active cases in isolation with 808 recoveries in total. The COVID-19 death toll now stands at 21. To date, a total of 38,869 food ration, grocery, essential item and household packs have been distributed by the government to households in targeted lockdown areas. Of this number, around 1,971 packs have been delivered to Fijians in home isolation in Lami, Suvarnasinu, Nosori areas. Yesterday, a total of 108 household packs were distributed to people in home isolation in Tailevu, Nosori, Verata, Waila, Wanambokasi, Rewa, Davailevu, Koronivia, Nakasi, Kalsa Road, Nandera, Narere, Makui, Turek, Lodala Bay, Tadirwa and Vatuanga. The Ministry of Economy data entry team, together with the Fiji Police Force, is continuing with the electronic registration of household information and the needs for the households that are going into home isolation. Minister for Economy and Attorney General Said Qayyum met with respective municipal market vendors as virtual budget consultations continue. Said Qayyum met virtually with various market vendors associations from around the country and the Fiji New Zealand, New Zealand Fiji, Fiji Australia, Australia Fiji and Fiji USA business councils. Discussions at the consultations focused on meeting the national vaccination herd immunity target, working in a COVID-safe environment and creating business-friendly policies. The consultation also allowed participants to make submissions on the budget and discuss challenges caused by the current outbreak of COVID-19. The Economy Minister also highlighted key initiatives undertaken by the government that has assisted Fijians during the COVID-19 pandemic. Said Qayyum has also stressed the importance of working towards increasing the number of vaccinated citizens and keeping Fijians employed so that they are able to provide for their families. Welcome back. Flying Fijian flanker Pedaliato is ready to don the national jumper once again in a match he describes as one of the most important in his rugby career. Another upset has been created in the Euro 2020 Championship this morning after England beat Germany 2-0 at Wembley Stadium to book a spot in the quarter-finals. After a scoreless first half, Raheem Sterling and Harry Kane scored a goal each to end England's 55-year wait for a knockout tie. Artem Dovbyk scored in added time in extra time as Ukraine edged out 10-man Sweden 2-1 today. Both teams were logged 1-1 at full-time, but it was Dovbyk's late header that helped Ukraine set up a Euro 2020 quarter-final with England. A 21-year-old aspiring to become Tonga's first-ever Olympic weightlifter found herself at the center of a social media storm when it was thought her spot was taken up by a transgender Kiwi, Laurel Hubbard. However, now the youngster will go to Tokyo as a wildcard, and it was likely a reaction due to the backlash from around the world. A trough of low pressure with associated cloud and rain lies slow-moving just to the west of the group. It is expected to affect the country till tomorrow. That's FBC News. Now join us for our 1-hour major bulletin at 7 p.m. And be sure to download the FBC app to access the latest in news, sports and live radio broadcasts from any of our 6 FBC radio stations. Stay safe and good afternoon.